Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Sinai. I hope you are great. A very big shout out to this beautiful woman who took out time to call out white men. She said it was really a very hard one for her to do, but she actually did it. Why? Because at some point in your life, you really need to speak out the truth. You and I can actually see what has been going on and how some white men have been perpetuating and supporting some certain things going on. And when they see the truth, they will not look for a way to save the day by saying this is true and this is not true. They just continue to lie to themselves. So while I also listen to her video, there is also another woman who actually needs to be evaluated, because sometimes you don't know what is happening to some people. Some people actually do not deserve to be close to human beings. They deserve to be at psychiatric, where they belong, because some people, that is where they belong. And the comment section took me away. To think that some women and men, some white men and some white women are like this and think like this is very disastrous. All this kind of mentality will put some people, or put some people into trouble, because tell me how somebody will have this kind of mentality in 2025. Continue to protect what means a lot to you, especially your children. They must not also be your children for you to protect them. When you see children, protect them at all costs, because the world is becoming wicked. Yeah, I said wicked intentional. Let's get into this video.
A tough one to talk about. I don't see any way around it. And let me apologize in advance to those white men who I am acquainted with and respect and love. But you've got to speak what's true. Pedophilia, victimizing of people who you have power over. In this case, the victimizing of children who you have power over. Has anyone noticed that in every arena, it is rich white men who dominate the field? We know Epstein, where it's so distressing that some of the richest men on the planet habitually sexually abused children. SA'd, I think I'm supposed to say, children. And they were tied together in secrecy, in keeping each other's secrets for decades. They were tied together financially. I think it was, if you deal with me financially and you become dependent or become intertwined, you're less likely to ever reveal anything about the things we've been doing in the dark. The same sort of ethic is true in churches, the Catholic Church, which for beyond decades, a century, kept the secrets of the white male priests who were essaying children. The same is true in small pastorates, small churches, where the pastor has a lot of power. Don't anybody say, oh yes, but it doesn't just have to do with that. I mean, a lot of women, still support these people. Sure they do. As long as women are in any way financially dependent on men, they're going to go along with almost anything, and that's just the truth. The latest, and I saw this morning on TikTok, and it was so distressing. The whole latest thing about we're going to declare certain occupational fields as not professional fields. I heard that and I thought, well, that's the dumbest thing. That has no point. What is the point of that? Well, the first thing I looked at was that, if you look at the fields, and I wrote them down, it's like master's degree in education, a CNA, which is a medical helper, physician's assistants, social workers, occupational therapists, physical therapists are no longer, and there's more, they're no longer, I thought they had one thing in common. They were the fields women were in. Now, what does it matter? It matters because if they are declared to be not professional fields, people cannot get financial aid to assist them in getting the education necessary to go into the field. Got it? No financial assistance able for a master's degree in education or physical therapy or physician's assistant. And why does that matter? Reason one, these are fields dominated by women. These are ways women can become financially independent, can become able to support themselves and their families. But number two, I didn't even think about till I saw it this morning on TikTok. And Creator, forgive me, please, for not noting down your name. These fields, every one of them that I named, are mandated reporters of child abuse. You get me? The white male federal government is saying, oh, they're not real fields anymore. Every one of them is mandated to report signs of child abuse. What to say? What to say? White men are the problem. White men, and white men particularly who desire power, money, are the problem. White men who cannot control their urges are the problem. White men who present a face of honesty and rectitude and caring, but who aren't, who are essaying children, are the problem. The secrecy is the problem. God help us all.
Just a reminder, if you still support Donald Trump after all of this, then you are 1000% in support of pedophilia and all the sexual assault that happens against children, and you are a bad person. If somebody around you still supports Donald Trump and refuses to admit that they were wrong and that he is a bad person, do not let them around your children at all. If you have children and you still support Donald Trump, you do not think this is a bad thing, you don't think he did it, you should have Child Protective Services call on you, because absolutely not. We all said that this was true.
Now I'm going to stop right there, twat lips. Listen the fuck up. You know, you all are the ones that are always shouting out due process from the shouting it out from the fucking mountaintops. But when it comes to Donald Trump and rumors, whispers, no direct connection. You know, now I know you have no critical thinking skills. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the idiot doubt. Okay? Here's the thing. Nothing's been proven that he is a pedophile. So you're literally calling someone a pedophile without proof. So suck on that, you fucking bitch. Second of all, if you care that much about children, how come I don't hear you talk about the hundreds, like, no wait, it was like 300,000 plus immigrant children that were lost in the system, you know, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's system, that were lost in the system and handed over to unchecked, no background checks, no verification, handed off to complete and total strangers to be trafficked, not just trafficked for labor, trafficked for sex. And that's been verified. Cases are coming out on the fucking regular, where the DOJ, Trump's DOJ, is finding and criminalizing via due process real pederases. Yes, pedophiles and sex traffickers of children. And you want to sit on your fucking moral high horse and say the shit that you say? fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck all the people who think like you. And I hope you rot in hell if you believe in a hell. Either way, I hope a wheel falls off your car while you're driving full speed, legal speed on the highway. And if you're lucky, your car will run off into an open field. That's all I gotta say about that.
This is all I got from this video, but fear white women. Fear some white women. So I decided to go to her comment section to see what is going on, because at this point I am confused. I am not confused, but I am flabbergasted. Like, this is an old woman. I think she might have grandchildren if care is not taken. If care is not taken, she will have children. No, she doesn't look like someone that will have. She looks older. I think her children are all grown, like really grown. They are no longer babies. The children will be like 40 something years, like 30s, thereabouts. All right. So I took a trip to her comment section, and what I am seeing is people are really horrible. People do not care at this point. If she and her side cared about children, why didn't they say anything about Biden not only actively looking for children while out and about, but also sniffing them? The other one said, is it the same side that renamed pedo to maps because it was offensive to them and added to the LGBTQ? Also, want to change young children into something they don't understand what it means. It's just tedious. I think Donald Trump. It's just tedious. They have and want to weaponize anything to get him. And that one said, to be obvious. To me, it is obvious she is not smart enough to do research because, as the host says, no proof against Trump on any of that yet. They support trans people and Muslim trans people, try to indoctrinate young children, Muslims marry children at 7, 8, 9 years old. Hopefully, she will read this. Not sure she will understand it if this is what she wants. And the ones that agree with her, they can move to a Muslim country. They don't have to run a better country. This is my opinion, but it is also a public service announcement. You are welcome. I am reading this slow because there are some errors on the, so I have to use my brain to correct them before saying it. She means this woman needs to be exposed to her job for such hatred of one person. She's a discriminator. So they decided to put Magazine anti-Trump, something like anti-Trump's derangement syndrome cream, maximum strength, instant long-lasting relief from Trump derangement syndrome. Are you not seeing that MAGA are really mad? They are wild. Seriously speaking, these people are wild. These people are moving. These people are roaming. You might not know that some of them are about to lose. I mean, their chain is about to lose. Some need mental evaluation. On a serious note, it's not funny, but I am seeing the maximum strength. You can see it, right? Instant long-lasting relief from Trump derangement syndrome. Magazine. Like, what the hell? So now I'm back to this. sometimes you are confused. You are not confused not because you don't know what to do, but because some people are really part of the problem, are part of the reason why the world is not moving forward. Because how do you want to move forward when all these are happening? How do you want to move forward when, like, some people are going to still drag you back no matter how forward you try to move? Because to some people, why do you have to say something like this about him? Because they caught her, or maybe not, nobody has ever said anything. Man, I will leave some white women at this. They need Jesus. They need God. They need their Lord and personal Savior at this point in time because they do not have it. They need brain. Somebody borrow them brain. They need to be evaluated at the same time. Take them to psychiatric. Let's know if they are really okay. Because let me tell you something. I don't care to know if I don't care to know. There are some stories you will hear. You don't care to know how, but one thing you want to do is to protect the children. That's why we're asking to release the file. If he has not released the file, how do you want to know if he's innocent or not? But he's been holding the file when he is supposed to release it. And now all of a sudden we started hearing that there are so many Democrats in it. We said release it. Let's see them. And this administration and the people that support them really need mental evaluation. And it's really on the rise on daily basis. And this is also a very big, this is just for you to also know that majority of these people do not care about children. They do not care. They do not care. And mind you, I will never, ever stand with someone instead of protecting my child and other people's children. I don't care about that, man. I will protect people's children, protect other, because, man, why not? Bye for now.